Welcome back to the Jenstead. I'm Mary. Today is Tuesday, October 21st, 2025, and today I am going to be planting garlic, which I've never done before, but I also wanted to show you, I finally took down this, if you all remember, this is where all my green bean plants were, and it started to look like Spooky Holler. So what I did was I learned I didn't have to leave these outside actually on a vine. I could pull them and hang them to dry them out, because I want to seed save with these. So this beautiful thing will be hanging outside if it's nice out, but I don't want it to get wet. So I'll be bringing it in probably to the garage, or if it's too cold, bring it inside till they dry out and I can shell them. And hopefully I'll get some good bean seeds out of these that I can use next year. So we'll see how that turns out. It's always a learning process, which I kind of enjoy, and sometimes you have success and sometimes you don't, but you always learn from success and the failures. But anyway, so I wanted to make room. I got rid of Spooky Holler, wanted to make room for the garlic, and what I did was cleaned everything out, brought in some soil actually from the duck area, and from what I've learned is with planting garlic, is you want that to be about 1 to 2 inches deep and then about 4 to 6 inches apart from each other. And I bought cloves, actually I went to Tractor Supply, and for whatever reason the salesperson wasn't even sure why they hadn't gotten the cloves in or the bulbs in. So I just went to Food Lion and I bought Spice World, not to be confused with Spice Girls, Spice World organic garlic. And so you have to be careful if you're buying garlic cloves from the grocery, because if they've been chemically treated, some of them are chemically treated specifically so they can't grow again. So if you get those and you plant them, you're going to have zero success. So hopefully these are successful. I did some reading on them. Spice World garlic seems to do well, and particularly I'm in zone 7B. And I was thinking of waiting, because last week it was pretty warm, and you want to kind of wait till the temperatures start dropping, and now it's actually ideal because we're going down in the 40s in the evening. That gives the garlic an opportunity for the roots to develop before the ground starts to freeze, if in fact we have a hard freeze in Virginia. And some years we do and some years we don't, from what I'm hearing, and with the Farmer's Almanac, sounds like we're gonna have a pretty interesting winter, so we'll keep an eye on that. But anyway, so basically when you're planting your garlic, and I already dug the holes, you want to stick that down in first, and then this is of course where you're going to have your sprouts coming up. So just stick those in. And I'll be planting 18 here. And that one goes down. And that here. And of course the dogs have to bark always. And here. And here. Hey, Kona. And put these, and I am short one clove. I'll be right back. All right, and that's a small one. And then you just want to gently push the soil over the top, like this, here, and you don't want to pat it. You don't want it too compact around the where you're planting the garlic clove. Put that down. Here, and 3 more. And then the next step that was suggested was to put some dry leaves over the top of this. well, they don't necessarily have to be dry because you're going to water them anyway. But anyway, just a light layer of leaves over there. There, and then I also got, we have a lot of pine straw on our property, so I put together a wheelbarrow of pine straw. I'm going to put a layer of that on top of the garlic. And also the good thing about this is because Kona really enjoys eating soil that comes from the duck area, this will keep her from digging in here. Of course, you can see how effective it is right now. There you go. There's pine cone, Kona. Okay. So, and then after that, what I'll do in a little bit is I'll water this down and soak it, and then come on. You don't want to over soak, because then you'll end up with, it'll rot the garlic, and then these will start coming up. These will be ready to harvest in about 6 to 8 months. So that'd be kind of cool. In the spring, we have fresh garlic that we grew here on our own property. And if you can see behind me, those are the red potatoes that I planted in August, and they're doing really well. I've actually mounded them two or three times, and I also have had to support them because they keep growing up, and also somebody keeps getting in and knocking them over. So I have to prop them up, but they seem to be doing really well. And I just have to keep an eye on the weather to make sure that we don't have any hard freezes. I'll need to protect them if we do, and I'll cover them up. But so far so good with those, and I'm assuming potatoes are growing underneath, and we'll be excited to see what produces. So I just thought I'd share this with you all today, and with all the news we're hearing, just having your own preparations, being able to grow your own food. You know where you have it. You don't have to worry about a supply chain issue, and it gives you a good peace of mind. And garlic is great for you anyway. And so I just thought it would be a productive use of this garden space this winter. And I hadn't done garlic before, so I figured I'd give that a shot, see how it goes. So hope you found this useful. Look forward to talking to y'all again soon. Have a great day.